Hello and welcome to an introduction on matrices. Matrices are used for a number of things in mathematics, for example, storing data, solving equations, mathematical modelling, to name but a few. I'm sure we'll look at those things in more detail as this channel progresses, but today we just want to look at the basics. So a matrix is an array of numbers, typically in brackets, so it might look something like this. And you might have it in rounded brackets, maybe you have it in squared brackets, depending on what you're doing or depending on what text you're working with. So you can use either or. You can also determine the size of a matrix by how many rows and columns there are. So for example, anything horizontal is a row and anything vertical is a column. So I have a row here, also have a column here and a column here. So I have 2 rows and 2 columns. So that makes that a 2 by 2 matrix. When there's the same number of columns as there are rows, then that makes it a square matrix. And another example of that would be this 3 by 3 matrix here. Again, the numbers don't mean anything right now, it's just an example. So this is also an example of a squared matrix, a square matrix. You have different other sizes though. So for example, let's say I have a matrix like this, or I have 2 rows and 1 column. So that would make it a 2 by 1 matrix. Similarly, I might have X, Y, Z. So I've got, again, 3 rows this time, and the same as before, I've got 1 column, and that would be a 3 by 1 matrix. The numbers inside the matrix are called elements, and matrices are often denoted by a capital letter. So for example, you might have it look a little something like this, or you might have something like that. And then the positions within the matrix can also be denoted. So let's say, for example, I have a matrix A and I've got the elements inside it. To denote the position, you would determine the row number and column number. So for example, this one here is row 1, column 1. This is row 1, column 2. And then this is row 2, column 1, row 2, column 2. And I know this might look like 11, 12, 21, 22, but it's actually, it's a subtext, subscript, for row 1, column 1, and so on and so forth. So you need to be careful. So you might get asked a question, if you've been given a matrix, you might be asked to determine what position a particular element is in. So that's a little way of understanding that. Okay, so that's a little bit of a brief introduction to matrices. Nothing complicated, I hope. In future videos, or in the next videos coming up, we'll look at addition, subtraction, and multiplication, or scalar multiplication, and then other types of multiplication after that. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next video. Have a good one.